Hello! What the hell is up, everybody? I'm so fucking late, dude. Oh my god. But I'm excused. I am a bit sick, and I just got back home from Italy from the holidays. Got a guest right here. Raise your hands or whatever. Smash the likes for Aaron. UX Crypto. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm really good, man. Really good. Hopefully better than you, because you're
Yeah, holy crap. Everybody's like destroying me in the comments for always being late. I'm always late, even in real life. You could ask my friends.
Oh, wow.
All right. So, how was your Christmas, man? How you doing?
Oh yeah, good, man. Nice to take some time off and chill out. And enjoy the fruits of some presents I didn't buy.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys. So today we're gonna discuss, guys, top 5 altcoins that we would buy right now. We're gonna say reasonings, industry, whatever, what we can expect, but this is not from when we got into those crypto, it's from where we would buy today. Okay, the price that we buy today, where do we see those projects, etc., etc. We're gonna answer some questions. Of course, we're going live on both channels, so you're gonna see. Basically, we're gonna see the comments on both channels. And yeah, let's see what we got in the chat first of all, and then we're gonna go into the agenda. And of course, if you want your comment, guarantee red, just drop a tiny super chat either on my channel or UX Crypto's channel, and we'll get to it. Otherwise, we're gonna have a lot of comments today. So please keep in mind and don't destroy us if we don't read your comment. Otherwise, all right. Who we got? Ben, what's up, man? I'm good. Christmas works great. How was yours? Matthew Perry's group are warped. I got timed out in his chat. What?
What, Matthew Perry's friends?
Who's that? Do you know him?
Just all I know, Matthew Perry's friends.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
If he's got a group.
Oh my god, dude. What a start. I told you, Elda, they have 3 more games to be released. It's becoming Soul's big sister instead of little sister. Yeah, Elda's been pumping. Do you know about this project?
Yeah, I know about it. But I wasn't sure about free games. Looked at it, find it. Maybe I haven't looked at it. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I researched it a little bit. I don't know. The website looks okay. I didn't look at like tokenomics and everything, but it seems like it's another like MMO RPG type of thing, I think. Yeah, I think it's been pumping a lot. Let's see.
I think I'm having some audio issues. People in the chat. So I'm gonna drop and then come back. Right.
All right.
One sec.
I'm hearing you fine.
I think people are saying as well.
Do you guys hear me okay? It's just his issue?
Yeah.
Maybe try put the gain down or something? I don't know. Let's fix this.
Hello? I think it's still working.
I hear you fine.
Hello?
Yep. Are you fine? Can you guys let us know? Is it better?
Hello? I can hear it as well.
Bro, what's going on?
Let me come back.
All right.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I did a lot of streams on like through this, and never had issues with guests. Oh my god! In the meantime, I'm gonna read some questions myself. Wow, Elda's been pumping, guys. What the hell, dude? What is this chart? Yeah, I mean, it seems like some whale got in, or I don't know. I've heard a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, so that's probably why. And guys, in the meantime, make sure to hit the like button. Thank you, Chuck, for reminding all the folks. I think he got back in. Oh, let's see. All right.
Bell?
Oh, I hear you fine, man. I hear you fine.
Still there for me.
Fucking hell, I don't know how to fix it, to be honest. How do we fix this, guys? How do we fix this?
Yeah, that would be great.
Because I never literally had a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another mic that you can try? I don't know.
Let me take my mic off. See.
Yeah, maybe it's let's see if it's better.
What about now? No.
Are you
Still
fine?
going. Hello.
Are you fine, bro? Are you fine? You're not echoing for me.
I think people
Echo is 8. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Last time.
This is going well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm using headphones, so it's definitely not coming back out.
Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, it's probably on your end though. That's what I'm saying, because mine is fine. I have a setting here called echo cancellation. I can try it maybe. Actually.
Try that.
Try now.
Hello?
Try speaking.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I can
hear you.
Is that all right, guys?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you still have it?
Yeah, it seems to be fine for me. I don't know about for everyone else.
I tried to put echo cancellation here. I never had to put it on, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Echo's gone!
Hey!
Holy
Fantastic.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
now I just look like I'm flying a plane, you know? Like
so thumbs up. We managed to fix it, so you can start with the dislikes. We can actually get on with the agenda. Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
Back in business.
Let's get back to some of the comments, and then we're actually going to start the video.
No worries.
Don't know what this is. Soul's big sister. We'll have to see about that. But look at this chart, man. I'm just saying, like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I remember Don the Don. Yeah, he's got a couple of good shouts actually. He's been on my channel before, and yeah, I pay attention when he speaks. That's a good one. Good shout.
Nuts. Dom, what's up? Senior brother. You really think you're going to get a 50x from Kaspa from this point? I have to believe it. So it's not guaranteed to have a 50x. There's nothing guaranteed in this world other than me being late on the live streams, everything coming out. But I think that a 20x, in my opinion, is being conservative. I think that at least I can see a 20x from Kaspa right now. If you see Kaspa right now, we're around 10 cents mark. I do think that we're going to touch the $1 to 1.5 by the end of next year. And I see this going to dollars plus. If I'm being conservative, if I'm being a little more liberal, I would say we're going to go into the $5 range. Now, there's nothing guaranteed, as I was saying, but that is my realistic prediction. Where do you see Kaspa going?
Yeah, so the way I kind of do predictions, not to say that they're all accurate, as in is so I look at different market caps and targets. So for example, I put Bitcoin Cash, and then in its current state of where Bitcoin Cash is, it's nearly 5 billion, right? If you was to do that to get that with Kaspa, you would be about 2x, right? But then that's not amazing, right? What about all-time high? All-time high is 29 billion, right? And then you'd get 13x. So then just remember though, more and more money comes in. That was the last cycle, right? And yeah, so you could see way more. Actually, when we were looking at Bitcoin Cash, that was the last cycle, but Bitcoin Cash got way higher in the previous cycle. It was like 69 billion. So obviously Bitcoin Cash, in my opinion, don't know about yours, bit of a dead project, all right? But we're just looking at the user case as also the money flow. So I think that could easily take that, and you might see way more. But I would say double, like 13x, and then what's that? 36, right? 36x could be possible. Maybe 50 is a bit high, but it could happen. So yeah.
Absolutely. Smash the likes up now that we finally fixed the issue. This comeback. All right, who we got? Tiago, how you doing? Armzilla, what's up, everybody? Oh my god, so many people in the chat. Hope you had a great Christmas as well, Selflix. Good day, good day, good day. All right. Now, I think we can start, actually, and then we'll get to some comments later on. Guys, as I was saying before, just drop a tiny super chat and we're going to read your comments. Otherwise, there's going to be too many comments to read today. So, top 5 altcoins to buy now. Excuse my voice if I'm just a bit sick, as I was saying before, if you guys just joined. But my first altcoin, as I was saying before, it's Kaspa, and that doesn't need a lot of clarifications right here. You know, guys, that Kaspa is still like my number one holding in my portfolio right now. A lot of people still ask me, "Oh, you never make videos about Kaspa." Well, first of all, I just made one yesterday, but I mean, I can't just talk about Kaspa all day. As much as I love this project, but as I was saying before, we are at 10 cents. We were discussing where we can go from here. The market cap, yeah, it's big. And a lot of people are like, oh, there's nothing built on Kaspa. First of all, if you still ask me, oh, but Kaspa is it's a ghost chain. Nobody builds on it, etc., etc. Like, I will literally just invite you to watch all of the videos that I've done in the past, because I've made literally 30 videos in my channel about Kaspa that you can check out, in which I discuss the utility. The market cap is 2 billion, which doesn't matter, because if you consider like where this can go, we're still super early. And that is what I'm saying. Now, I don't see it like unrealistic to reach 100 billion market cap plus. Like, there's going to be projects that are way less on the card, like Cardano, okay, did this in a pre-bull cycle with nowhere near the hype that Kaspa is going to generate. Also, it doesn't matter that people are not building on Kaspa. Kaspa doesn't even have smart contracts yet. That is not the point of Kaspa. Kaspa is a digital currency. It's supposed to be digital silver and solve all of those problems that Bitcoin had in terms of like scalability, in terms of cost and speed of transactions. Kaspa solved this. Now, do we have the proof already? Probably not. A lot of things are still built on hype. Kaspa hasn't gone through a bull cycle before, so it still has a lot of things to prove. However, the community is great, and for now, it matters what the community believes in. However, we're going to have a proof very, very soon, in my opinion, that Kaspa is going to be capable of all of these things. Also, consider that in terms of tech, we're still super early. We're at 1 block per second in terms of transaction. We're going to get to those 10 blocks per second very, very soon. And eventually, we're even going to reach to 100 blocks per second. And that is going to be game-changing for the crypto industry, for this kind of like layer ones. And also, it's a block DAG. It's not a blockchain. That is a different technology, okay? The blocks, the transaction occur like simultaneously. The blocks, it's not a linear fashion like a blockchain. So it's much slower, etc., etc. The block DAG this is going to solve the trilemma, and I've discussed this time and time again on my channel. How do you feel about Kaspa? Do you want to add something to that, my friend?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I liked all your points, by the way. You're really good. Yeah, I think Kaspa. Yeah, I'm bullish on Kaspa as well. As in, and yeah, I think what you said about Cardano is very, very interesting. Just because, for example, if you look at it right now, it went to 91 billion, right? So,
Yeah.
and that was on the last cycle, all-time high, right? And when I was around in crypto and Cardano in the last cycle, they didn't actually have anything out yet. So now we're starting to see things go online, people build on them, but they didn't have anything out. So same with Kaspa, right? People, it's all about speculation. So speculation for a good technology to be built on it can get over 100 billion, like you said, right? Or towards that. So I think you're spot on with that. It could potentially do that, even based on speculation, even if they haven't got like dApps built on them. That's all to come, right? We're trying to solve the blockchain trilemma. That is literally, if you're into crypto and you're passionate about crypto, you should care about that. And this is the best chance so far, right? Other than Bitcoin and Bitcoin layers scaling solutions or something, right? But this is potentially the, it, right? So you never know. If you're, let's just say, right, for what it's trying to do, it could actually capture all of Bitcoin's market cap, which would be ridiculously bullish, right? As in, but there's potential because of what it's trying to do. And I watched a video today, very interesting video, and it was about the ETF, right? About ETF could actually kill Bitcoin and its technology, and it could just kill it altogether. It will stop working, right? So if that happens, what's next? Kaspa, right? So that's a whole nother narrative getting started right now. So yeah, I'm bullish on it too. It's a very good project.
And what would you say to those people that think that it's too late to buy Kaspa? Because I still got a lot of those questions right now.
I would say look at where we are in the market, right? I had a video about this the other day. and it's all about, you know, the strategy that you need to kind of come with, right? So obviously I'm aware we're all degens, we want to make crazy gains, right? And we might make like, you know, 10x's, 20x's right now. But the reality is, if you've been in crypto for a while, like this is nothing. The stage we're at right now is nothing. And you should be buying bags to hold, not to be like, oh, this one's going up right now, I'm going to jump on it, right? Because then that's going to go quickly. You need to be in fundamentally strong projects. Casper's a fundamentally strong project. So I think that you should be accumulating. The game is won by accumulating, not just buying a bag and then flipping it. And then, because obviously it could go way higher and then you flipped it and you're out of it. So, and
Yep.
then, you know, you can jump on hype and like the meme coins, or like things are just going up, for example. But I think long term, like you will win by like DCAing into good things. But yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what do you think about all these memes that are just growing in the market right now? Because it seems like we're having a meme season before we even start.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a meme guy, right? Like,
Me
basically,
neither.
if you guys have ever seen my stuff, I've got a cheat sheet and I do fundamental scoring on different projects, and that's how I find gems. So, yeah, memes. Where's the fundamentals? Like, I get the money flow, like a whole bunch of money can go in, right? But it's more about a thing where if you want to look at wallets, like whale wallets, you could find what they're holding, and then it'll be like, okay, that one might pump because there's a whale behind it. It's all just literally money manipulation of the markets. For me, I'm not about that, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm about like long-term strategy, DCAing into good projects, and that's how the game is won. Like, I think, you know, you can get your ass handed to you with a meme coin. You could put 100K into that, and then it go to zero. Do you know what I mean? No,
Absolutely,
thank you.
absolutely. And by the way, guys, I just put the channel of UX Crypto right here in the pinned comment, so definitely give him a follow if you haven't already. Great channel, and of course, I bring on this channel only people that I approve of and that I follow myself. So, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
need to clarify that. All right,
As
what's
well as wait. Yeah, obviously we're streaming mine, right? Subscribe to Cepryl as well. He's a great guy, and I
of course?
approve of his picks as well. Every time I find, I'm like, oh, he found it as well. I find a good pick, and you find it. I'm like, oh, this guy. Like, so, yeah, he's very good. So
Exactly.
subscribe to Cepryl as well. Yeah.
All right, go with the first pick as well.
Okay, mine. It's gonna be no surprise to anyone on my channel. It's gonna be GFAL. All right. So I'll tell you reasons why. So thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So GFAL. Okay. So I think it's actually undervalued right now. I think it's like towards the 60 million market cap, and you know, considering that the actual potential of what it has 2 games out already, 2 more to come out, and the team behind it. Obviously, everyone knows the team, but you know, I think a lot of people, when they run with this narrative of the team, they only talk about one person, who's Trip Hawkins, and it's founder of EA, which is absolutely great, right? But they've also got like the president of Candy Crush in there. They've also got the marketing director of Gameloft. Who else they got? The guy who created what was it again? It's just this game everyone plays. But yeah, basically ridiculously good people, right? All these different game studios, like Digital Chocolate as well. So Trip Hawkins founded that, and there's another guy who founded that. So you've got Digital Chocolate, which is like one of the biggest gaming studios in the world for mobile. Like, so for me, one of the reasons I'm really bullish on this is cross-platform, right? So I show this chart on my channel quite a lot, and it's showing you like PC games versus stream games versus mobile games. And mobile is obviously the biggest, but you've got all this other games that you can tap into. For me, this is the main project, which is focusing purely on cross compatibility. So PS5, Xbox, you know, PC, mobile, and obviously mobile's iOS, Android, all that. So it's very bullish, and people are. And what I love about it is people spoke about it before, but they're not speaking about it so much. And I think that's amazing, right? Because if you're a fundamental investor, you're looking at the fundamentals, and you're like, wow. Like, for example, looking at a chart, people are kind of like slowing down a bit, right? Last time that happened, if you look a little bit back, it started sloping down, and then it went down, and then it rocketed, right? So this is the accumulation phase, I think, for GFAL. And obviously everyone you probably speak to and everyone I speak to, they all want to get more bags of GFAL, right? It's kind of like a little secret people don't want to like let out the bag, basically. Yeah, but yeah, amazing things from GFAL. Only things I would probably say that you can improve on is like probably get more partnerships, I think, because they're beasts anyway, right, in the team. But at the
Yeah,
same time, I'd love to see more partnerships from them. And then yeah, tokenomics could be a little bit nicer compared to some of the other projects. But yeah,
isn't
still a
that
good
every
project.
gaming project anyway?
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be a blocker for me. The thing is that, yeah, the market cap is a bit big, you could argue, but they still have like new games to be released. And arguably, in my opinion, this is one of the best teams in gaming crypto, like 100%. Like the people really are passionate about this and have a lot of background that definitely makes me very bullish. Where do you see GFAL going from here, from today, with 60 billion in market cap?
Yeah. Okay. Billion or million? It's million, man. Isn't it?
Million. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for example, right, I've got my cheat sheet, which you can't see. As in, so on that, I've you benchmark Axie Infinity, right? So Axie Infinity at this current moment is 1.3 billion, right? So then that would be a 20x for GFAL, not including dilution, by the way, right? But if we were to do it right now, so then if we are going to all-time high of Axie Infinity, which is around 10 billion, 10 million, so that would be 166x, right? So in between that, we're going to throw in dilution into that, right? Then yeah, you might be able to see like what 75, around 90x or something. But then just also keep in mind more money comes into the market, right? So that's just based off last cycle, and that was one game, obviously in the sector, right? Gaming's getting bigger and bigger, so you never know. You could even go to 150x with that, right? So quality, I would say, is Crypto Archie, man, what's up? Yeah.
Archie in the house. What's up, bro?
Yeah. So yeah, man, and I know he's big into GFAL as well. He's a big believer of it. So yeah, I salute him with that. And yeah, I'm down for GFAL, man. I think one thing I'd love to talk about is obviously everyone's hunting for low cap gems, which I do as well. And that's always great. But sometimes, like same with Kaspa, right? Kaspa is something that I think is going to go quite far. It's a safe bet, right? In a way, nothing safe, but you know what I mean, right? GFAL, in my opinion, is a safe bet, and you can't put all those people together, like basically the Avengers assemble, all right, and not win. To me.
Yeah. So what's the access?
The access. Oh, what do you think it can go to? Let's go to. I think we'll go broad. We'll go 50 to 150.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sheesh. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, on my end, I definitely think that 50x is possible. I don't think we're gonna go over 100 in my personal opinion. But yeah, probably I would say, if you were to ask me, probably 50 to 70, definitely 50, which still would be a lot, especially because I'm literally a 4x on GFAL already. So if you just add all to that, like it would be like massive.
But
And
what if, right?
Yeah.
What if?
Yeah.
We're looking at the PlayStation store and we're like, "Raw, this is it's on PlayStation," like, and then everyone starts playing the games on PlayStation, right? And then all the commerce starts happening. That's what I'm saying to you, right? Just remember, like, regardless of like we're in crypto, the world is bigger, right? This is a project with people in Web 2. It can get way bigger than crypto, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, and that's why I want to put 150x there. Yeah.
That's nuts. That's not. Oh, okay. Some people have guessed my second pick, Mintlayer.
Good one.
150x bearish scenario. Wow, that's ambitious. Mintlayer is releasing their mainnet in Q1 2024. Exactly, Cepryl. Could be a big pump due to that. Yeah, that's definitely one of my main reasonings. I think a Mintlayer. Oh my god, dude! Like now they were just like considering scaling solution for Bitcoin, which are definitely needed, especially with the volume that Bitcoin is going to pick up. If the ETF is approved, like there's going to be so much more money in transactions, etc., etc. Like the Bitcoin narrative is definitely here to stay. Look at all of the BRC20 fuzz that it's been like, with all these tokens doing like crazy gains. Think what can happen if the Bitcoin ETF is approved, which right now is looking very likely. I mean, we can't say for certain that this is going to be approved, but it's looking bright. It's looking bright, at least in my opinion. And if the volume is going to increase a lot, which is inevitably going to be, like ETF or not, like the bull cycle, the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is there. So this is inevitable to happen. To me, it's inevitable that Mintlayer is going to follow. Also, it's still a token on Ethereum. Okay, if we let's actually bring Mintlayer right here on the screen. If you see right here, it's a token on Ethereum. It's still so early because, guys, people are asking me, have I missed Mintlayer? No, you have not. You have not. Like, if you were in my Patreon, you will be already a 3x plus, which if you have not, I mean, you missed on this initial gain, but still, you're not late. Guys, you need to look at the greater picture. This is only 31 million in market cap. Look at Neon. What it has done. Do you hold any Neon?
No, don't get me into this
Look
one.
at this.
Yeah, I don't believe in anything Solana based, but it's fine.
Really? I'm
I
quite
mean,
bullish on stuff built on Solana. So this is something that we disagree, which
I
is fine.
think
It's
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think short
yeah.
term, like I'm bullish on it, I suppose, right? But technology wise, I'm not bullish on it, as in because of the whole FTX. There's so many reasons, to be honest with you, right? And
Yeah.
that's fine. We can get, we're here for the gains, right? That's fair enough. So, but yeah, with Solana, like, there's just a lot to. If you really dig into it and do your research in it, I would not be bullish on it. As in, you're building your foundation on rocky water. As in, so don't be surprised if just remember everyone's like FTX, FTX. Then what happened with FTX? So I'm just letting you guys know. As in, I'm warning you. That's it. Yeah.
I agree on that
Yeah.
conversation, but I also know that institutions love Solana. Like you can't get over the fact that institution and the smart money, the money that moves the market, is bidding on Solana. So that is
Do you know
why
who loved that as well? Do you know who loved that? People love that FTX. Just remember that, right? Biggest celebrities. It was on printed everywhere,
food
right?
for thought.
Yeah.
That's
They're
true.
not the smart money. They're not the smart money.
That's true. Not define smart.
True.
But still, gains are to be made. Like
Yeah.
Neon did a 10x, at least for my last buy alert, we are 10x already. This is going like crazy. And all of these scaling solutions are inevitably going to do well because these are needed in the crypto world, okay? Especially for something like Bitcoin. Look at what Neon is doing for Solana. If this does equal or more for Bitcoin, which of course Bitcoin is going to have more movement than Solana anyway, more people that are going to be interested in this with the ETF, etc. So imagine what this can do. If you missed Neon, if you missed Polygon in the previous bull run, like this can literally be it for Bitcoin this time around. So definitely something I'm extremely bullish on. And the fact that they're going to release the mainnet in Q1 2024 makes me very bullish on the short-term outlook of this project. Also, the website is clean. Like you need to give credit where credit is good. Like it's literally super clean. It says everything right here that you need to know about improving the scalability. They aim to bring near zero gas fee transaction on Bitcoin super fast, etc., etc. They also have a wallet. They have a lot of stuff, guys. I definitely invite you to have a look at this. And people have asked me, yes, the team is doxed. You can see right here. They have the LinkedIn pages. Everything's well and good. They have a very clear roadmap. Guys, very bullish stuff. I think that we're still super early on Mintlayer, so I do expect a lot of things, especially with new exchanges coming through. Look what Neon got with crypto.com listing. That's literally one of the top 5 tier 1 exchanges. Literally the price went like a 5x from the moment of the crypto.com listing, which is crazy. Like imagine what Mintlayer is going to get once it gets like those the crypto.com exchange or Kraken, Coinbase and Binance eventually. Like this is literally going to go to the moon. So in terms of access, I don't see unrealistic even 100x from now. What could I say? I would say 100 to 150x is definitely possible in my opinion, which it's ambitious, but guys, we're dealing with Bitcoin here. Like it's very bullish stuff. How do you feel about Mintlayer?
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, I own quite a lot of it now as well. So yeah, if you don't think it's over, it's done, right? This is one that I'll DCA into for sure. Like I've been doing it myself, right? So yeah, and I think one of the biggest narratives which is coming, what a lot of people don't even know about right now, right, is so you see ordinals, right? So the founder of ordinals is Casey Rodemore, right? And then basically Casey Rodemore has basically said that he's renounced BRC20s, right? And it's all because of obviously the supply of stuff on chain getting blocked and all that, right? So he's coming out with something. I'm not going to say what it is, right? But he's coming out with something right at the beginning of the halving. So when the halving happens, right? And that's going to supersede ordinals. So do some research on this, right? Trust me, you're going to find a lot of mad shit. Right? And basically, Mintlayer is a UTXO model, right? Which is basically solving what he renounced ordinals over. So it's already here, so you can front run it. All right. So I'm very bullish on it. I think it's really good. Yeah.
My God, yeah, guys, lots of stuff to be bullish on. Lots of stuff to be bullish on.
For sure.
All right, pick number 2. What you got?
Oh yeah, okay. I had Mintlayer in my list, but I won't put it. Well, wait. We've got to be different. We've got to give the people some different stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I will give you Shrapnel.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay, so many reasons, all right? So, okay, the Call of Duty in Web3. Okay, so just run with that right real quick. So you can, there's many games that are trying to do this, right? There's, or uh, game studios that have tried, right? And, I don't think they've really succeeded. There was Fabwell or tried, and I don't think they've really got to that type of quality. As in, obviously, the game isn't out yet, but you can just see from the previews and all that, it just absolutely looks like it's going to be the next thing. Also, Call of Duty at the moment, they're having a lot of problems with like, so they, what was it, Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then people was really annoyed because then it was meant to be like just an upgrade, and then they released Modern Warfare 3, and then it was the upgrade. So they're like, oh my god, I'll pay £70 for the same thing, and it was just meant to be a pack on top. And then another problem that they have is when you have your game skins, you can't like port them over like into the other game. So then you have to rebuy things, and then they basically have gone and said that they're going to fix that, and then obviously it's going to be one game, loads of updates, new maps, all these different things, and it's only going to be Shrapnel, and that's all you're going to have, right? So it's going to be continuing to grow. Also team, which you're showing, yeah, thanks for showing, beast mode, right? So for example, if you look at all their backgrounds, they're basically the Xbox team who created Xbox and all the games for them. So, and there's like 6 of them as well, like who all did this. One guy has like 17 years experience making Xbox games, like it's next level. And yeah, so when I say Xbox, Microsoft, they're a Microsoft team, right? So if we're gonna really go into like how bullish you could be, like over a team, it's as you can probably see a narrative, GFAL and Shrapnel, probably the best teams in crypto from gaming, right? So
Yeah.
definitely that. And also, I know it came out on a big market cap, but as you can see from the chart, like we're not at all times highs right now. There's a lot more room to grow, as in, and yeah, going on the same narrative with the GFAL thing, it's like, how far can this go? Like if this is going to be the Call of Duty of Web3 and everyone's going to start playing it, this could go like really far. Like I get we love low caps, but you know what? There's a lot of gains to be had even like from great projects like this.
Yeah,
So
it's not even on Maxi. I mean, look how many
there
exchanges are listed missing here. Like
you
this is
go. Yeah.
huge, 100%,
Yeah. A lot
100%.
of catalysts, right? That could really, yeah, and they haven't released a game. So when they release a game, that's even better. So yeah.
Absolutely, and the chart is looking so organic as well. Like we only had that major dip when there was like the FUD about
Yeah,
the shareholder, and it was literally here when I sent the buy alert. Literally, I remember it was literally here where
yeah.
we touched the 15 cents, and
Nice.
yeah, it's just been climbing ever since. Yeah, the market cap is a bit high. That's probably the only point of concern. So
Yeah.
how many X's do you expect from here?
Give me a second. I will look on my sheet. But yeah, I think, where is it gone? What did I compare this to? I'm trying to remember. So I got into this a while ago, like before that announcement. So yeah, let's just use Axie Infinity, right? So Axie Infinity, is this right? So if it was right now, 39x, right? And then if you go all time high Axie Infinity, then you go to 300x on it, right? So yeah, it could be big. And we're comparing games, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like game studio. Game studio would be Gala. Axie Infinity was the game. And then obviously that was just getting started in gaming, right? Now
Yes.
everything's coming out. So there was only one game which you could actually be like, oh yeah, this is the game. Like we've got competition now, way more games coming. So it could go even higher. You never know, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so it could do a lot. It could do a lot. On my end, I would say around a 50x probably from here.
Okay.
If you were to ask
Okay.
me, well,
Yeah.
I don't see why it couldn't do more than that. Like this is probably the best looking game in terms of Web3 right now. Like if I was to look at this, I would probably say that Shrapnel and Souls are, and if I look at now, are probably the best looking game built on Unreal Engine 5. And it seems like these are actually games that Web2 players would actually play. It doesn't seem like
Yeah.
a new gimmick that just people are like, okay, it's another crypto game. It's expecting to be like crap. Like these are actual games that would be played by players.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna change my prediction, but you're right anyway. Is I didn't update my spreadsheet, so because of the current market cap. So yeah, it's 13 or 100. So we can go in between. So we'll go
30 or 13? 30, you said.
13 or 100, but I would say don't do that. Do that. Let's go for 40 to 80 to be conservative in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
seems realistic. Seems realistic.
yeah.
Okay, so other altcoins right now. I'm gonna put OTK.
Okay, cool. Solana.
OTK. Solana. Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I am bullish on this.
Yeah.
As I said, Solana might be a scam, like my friend here is suggesting, but
I know it's a scam. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
but I do believe that Solana-based stuff is going to do extremely well, as I was saying before. And token is no different from this. This has been in the watch list on my page for a very long time. We were buying heavily here. I think it was like 17 cents, stuff 0.17 cents, correct? And yeah, it seems like it pumped out of nowhere. It seems like it keeps climbing out. The market cap right now is 50 million. We got in when it was 2 million. Guys, I mean, this is probably going to do very well. It's pretty much a competitor of PCP. You can put them in the same bracket. They're kind of like game aggregators of like very, very simple to play mobile games. But I made a video on ALTCOINS, by the way, the other day. You can definitely check out. I was talking about it in the live stream. But the thing that just makes me very bullish about this is that they have a double reward system. So it's not like the usual play and earn game. It's more like something that, yes, you're still going to be able to get prizes with the cryptocurrency, with the leaderboards, etc., and skill to earn, etc. But the fact that they have these goals, which is another reward system that you're actually going to use in the real world to get prizes and get gaming accessories, all stuff like this, I definitely see this as a plus that this project has. The games are playable. They're very just simple to play, and yeah, I mean, they're not like the best thing in the world. It's just like stupid games that are on mobile that have always been there, and they're copies of stuff that is already proven to work, which a lot of people question, oh, is this like worth it? But yes, it is, because they're proven to work. So this kind of like copies Flappy Bird. This is another like platformer, like stuff that is actually proven to have worked in the past. It makes me very bullish on this thing, and this is like the worst designed game of all time. People are still gonna play. Look at the graphics of this. Seems like a 6-year-old made it.
You never know, man. You never know what can go on.
But and also, if you look at the reviews, I mean, let's see if I can find it. OTK on the Google Play Store. It's not this one. Maybe ALTCOINS. See if I can find it. Yes. Look how many reviews they have. 55.7k reviews, 1 million plus downloads. So that people are actually playing this. Like, and it's very good reviews, especially for a crypto game. Like, this is massive. Like, I haven't seen anything of the sort for like crypto mobile games. So it makes me very bullish on this. Where do I see the price going from here? So considering that we have a 15 million market cap, I mean, if you were looking for the multiple 100x's, you should have probably got into my Patreon and invested when it was 2 million market cap. But still, I would say 100 as the absolute max, but realistically, I would say 50 to 100, just to be a little conservative. But I think it can definitely still like 100x. What do you think about this? I don't know if that is build Solana, which you're not gonna like.
No, I think overall, to be honest with you, it is a good project, right? There's 2 projects on Solana which I think are good, right? And it's this one and Decimated, right? As in they, for me, have the most potential on Solana. And I think it's great. But what it comes down to with my whole Solana thing is, if Solana goes down as a network, it will take one thing, one network crash or something like that, and everyone will be bearish on it. And then that also would stop this running. So it's like that's what I mean, right? About building it on something which could, like sand or something, right? And yeah, that's the thing. And a lot of things as well is, obviously we are in a market where people care more about the gains, right? I do understand that, right? But in terms of a product, like, so Solana came out with their phone and basically had to cut the price by 4 to sell it because no one wanted it, right? And then Ethereum came out with a phone, like a month later, like 10 times in price. And it's there's the more demand for actual utility on other things. So, and also it depends. Mainstream Solana could go well, right? If there's like they fix things, but also it's going to be held down by the whole FTX thing. So yeah, but in terms of this project, I think it is good. And then, like you said, it's got well, not even like you said, got 1 million downloads. It's absolutely amazing, right? As in, so yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. But yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna get into my next one, right? And it's gonna be a verse off, all right? So I'm gonna go for Game. Do you know Game? So GAMEE.
Oh yeah, it's the one with the 2 E's. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is a lovely little verse off right now. Okay, so I'm pretty sure game is based on Ethereum. Yeah. So but the market cap is a little bit higher than that, right? But in terms of fundamentals, this is really, really strong. Also, it's got all the same stuff that you've got. We've got 100 million downloads. We've got 110K reviews, right, on Google Play. You know, it's getting played a lot. And then it's also on the App Store as well. You've got massive partners behind it. Got a really good team. Like fundamentally, it's a very, very strong project. As in yeah, look, overall 2.7 million in terms of downloads, right? And then and it's like an in-game currency. You can see the partners. Look, right? This people
What?
don't know about this, you know.
I didn't know this. What do they
Yeah.
collaborate even with NASA? What the fuck?
Okay, so you can find out if they're doing like some sort of game or something with them. But okay, Animoca Brands, go down, man. Like, check out the team real quick. So Animoca Brands bought this, right? And Animoca Brands has stuff like Need for Speed. It has like partnerships with like big companies, right? So if you go down, look at who's there. So advisors, right? So he's advising it. Sandbox is advising it, right? And yeah, if you actually check out like the links to it, if you go on Animoca Brands website, games on there, right? And they've acquired it. So
So what
you
do I
go
use
on to,
to search? This one?
it'll probably come up, yeah. So go on that, and then go on to I think it gives you an option to look at games. So
Products.
yeah, go products, yeah. So you can see some of these here, and then yeah, basically this
They got
coin
a
as
bunch
well.
of bananas.
That's the best game in the world. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you can see like Power Rangers. Look, they've got a lot of partnerships, right? And then this is integrating with that. If you read the white paper, they're basically saying that the game token is going to be integrated into this. So Adam's Family, and this is the old app. So this is the game app, and then they rebranded it. So yeah, it's a lot to be bullish on, but not a lot of people know about it. So it's very interesting. I think it's still undervalued. As in yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. How do you feel though that the thing that I would have to flag here is that it's not a new project. It's gone through a bull run before, so that
Yeah.
would be one. And yeah, so that would be the kind of thing that I would be like, okay, maybe there's
Yeah.
better projects to invest just because of that fact. How do you feel about the fact that it's gone through a bull run before? Why do you have so much conviction to say that? I mean, I assume that you're investing in this because you're hoping that it's going to go past the all-time high, right?
Oh yeah. I think like for example, okay, so I do on my channel sometimes, but I do this my own research. So I use a time machine. I can't remember what it's called now. But I use a time machine on the website, Web Archive, right? So if you run Web Archive on the domain, right? So when you can go back and see how many downloads they had in the beginning, and it was like not much, and all they've done is grow, right? So now they're at 2.7 million downloads. So it's like this project's just growing, and then they got partnerships now, and before it was acquired, right? So obviously now you've got big people behind it. So I think it's like, okay, yeah, it's from the last run, but lots of people have this assumption that if something went through the last run, oh no, it's done, right? Like I don't know why people assume that, like straight up. Like there is some truth to it, but there's loads of projects will define that as well. And also, this is a gaming project, man. Games take a while to come out. That's real good games and real good projects. You can't just think, oh yeah, it's done. Like there's no way. Like Shrapnel, for example, the coin might came out, but that's been developed for a long time, right? I bet you didn't know this. So Solana, right? Solana was literally in ICO stage for like 3 years before it came out. So this was like in the last run, it was around, but no one, like people just investing in it from private and sales, right? And then it came out and it went crazy, right? So that whole thing of like, oh, it's had a run before. That's not going to stop me, man. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all about development. Check the development. Are they doing it? If they are, that's your answer. I mean, if they haven't built throughout the bear market and haven't done anything, then forget about it. Basically.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So, how many X's do you expect?
Okay, good question, man. 1 second. Let's get to the sheet, man. Let's get to the sheet. If you want my sheet, I've got a Patreon, by the way, and you can actually get all of the basically the cheat code, right, to be able to find good projects as well as how much you could potentially get out of him. So yeah, let's have a look where the hell it is. I reviewed this a while ago. So okay, here you go. So is this up to date? Okay, it is up to date. So you could get, if you was going to go to Gala's market cap, right, you could get 37x from that. Also, another thing, right, is the whole dilution side of things. It's an older project, right? So a lot of the dilutions already happened. So you can actually get to a 37x, right? As in, you have to actually look how much there's out, but it's not as bad as new projects when they come out. They're diluting a lot faster. So that's another thing to be bullish on, right? And the top end of it, if you were to get the Gala's market cap, is all-time high. It's like 200x, man. So got potential. So we can just go for a 50 to 150. We'll do that again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about that, but you're actually saying something that is very right. Like, if it's an old project, the only thing that it has as an advantage to the new project is that a lot of the dilution has already occurred, because usually it's like those 2 years, that there's like heavy dilution into that. So yeah, that could actually be a plus. Yeah, I would have to research this a little more, because I really haven't.
Yeah. Like, I think one thing as well, like I know that lots of people have their own opinions and stuff, and that's fair enough, right? Everyone has their own strategy. But like, for example, a lot of the people you probably know, including yourself, maybe, I don't know, right, made a lot of money with Cardano, for example, right? Or
Yeah, I did.
something like that. Which, yeah, same, right? So my point is, Cardano was from 2016, 2017, right? And if we had that same like theory right now, we'd be like, Cardano's dead, right? But then it was not dead. It's like 100x, right? So that's the same thing I'm saying. Like don't write that off, as in like,
Yeah,
oh
I
yeah.
gotta say though that Cardano was a jolly, because how many
Mm,
coins like go through a bull market and then
mm,
a
mm.
bear market, and they're so freaking down, and then
Yeah,
what was like down 96% or something like that, and then it went to
yeah,
like crazy high.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
that yeah, can happen. I'm not gonna be the one that says, oh, this is never gonna happen for any project, but
Mm,
the projects that do this, in my opinion, you can literally put them in a very small percentage of projects. Because if I think about so many projects that are so
mm,
down from all-time high right now, the chances are that most of them are not gonna recover. Like, some
yeah.
will, and
Mm,
those projects that will from those lows will probably make generational wealth for a lot of people. But you need
yeah.
to select them carefully, because it's a very risky play, in my opinion, to focus on stuff like this. But again, there might be some. But
Mm,
the fact is, the problem that I have is that most people, just a lot of YouTubers that are big, you probably know that they're just like, oh, this is gonna go blah blah, and they are only
mm.
looking to just pump their bags and
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
make their following as
Mm,
like exit liquidity, because they maybe are dragging their bags from the
mm,
previous bull run because they didn't sell, and they're looking for the new entries to make them basically exit liquidity, which is one of the
mm.
most unethical things that I've ever found in the crypto industry, which is like terrible.
Yeah.
And if every project like those people say was to pull that off, then basically we would just blindly invest money to these projects that are down 99% from all-time high, and we will
Mm,
all be millionaires just by investing in those projects, right? So that's the
yeah.
main problem that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? We could do this for a while, right? As in, I agree with everything you're saying, by the way. But there's also, I think there's a thing in crypto where we've got people who are here for the gains, which I agree as well, right? But there's people who are like more into the tech side, right? And then that's where you'd get people bullish on like specific coins, like for example, Chainlink, right? Chainlink's another one what did similar to Cardano, right? But I think Chainlink is a big cap, so it's hard to make the gains. But at the same time, the fundamentals are very strong. The technology is very strong. So if you're looking for safe bets, like Chainlink might be a really safe bet, right? You're not going to make 100x out of it, but then you maybe a 10x, right, or something like that. As in, but then it's all about risk. So if you're going from high risk to low risk, for example, sorry, we'll do the other way around, low risk to high risk, right? Then it's the lower you go down, the more risk there is, and also you might want to look at the history, like you say. But then my thing is, look, like just look at development. Development's going to be the thing what sets you free in a way, right? So Cardano did a lot of development, hence why it went where it went. Chainlink did a lot of development, hence where it went. Another great project you can look at this is IOTA. IOTA did nothing, right? And it was all because they didn't really do anything when it came to development. And it was like no one was using. They had all their partnerships from before. Everyone was using that as a reference point, and it was like, yeah, but they're not doing anything now. Like, and this technology is kind of rubbish. Like, so it's kind of like Bitcoin Cash as well. Same thing. Didn't reach its all-time high from 2017, but they didn't do anything. It's just
And talking about
speculation
IOTA,
only.
isn't that the project that the founder went out and created Cubic? I think that's the one.
Who's that? Which project? Sorry.
Cubic. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's a project that claimed to be one of the best proof of work cryptos around, and then the supply was 1 quintillion, the maximum supply, which is like
Wow.
1,000 trillion. And
Oh my God.
I made a video calling that project out, and I was like,
Right.
this seems like it's made by a computer science nerd, and nobody's gonna give a shit because it has like 20 x's before the first decimal. And I'm like,
Right.
this, how on earth could a team like create this? And of course, if the founder is a person that is already belonging to a project that failed, you're not really inclined to do this. But a lot of those community literally went on my channel and was like, oh, you don't know, you big.
Yeah, no, like
Oh.
you're right. Like there's a balance here. You're right, right. So for example, another project was Nano, right? Nano was actually had like the fastest transaction speed, and they basically was like saying that they solved the blockchain trilemma and all this other stuff. And it did well at one point in 2017, but when it came to the next cycle, dead, right? Another one was Lisk, right? Lisk was like really good. It had a rebrand and it went crazy in 2017. And the next cycle, nothing, right? So you can have great tech and then but you still have to have the hype. So it's a balance, man. It literally I agree with everything you're saying as well. So yeah, definitely food for thought.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So the first one, I'm gonna put LitLabs. I'm gonna still put LitLab Games. As you guys know, super bullish on this product. Let me close some tabs. Oh my god, so many open. So LitLab Games, as you guys know, I'm super bullish on this. The market cap is still like, it's still so low for what this is. Like we're still at 12 million. Seems like we're going to this support level at 4 cents. And if people ask me what's the gaming project, the safest in terms of risk to reward trade-off right now, I would probably have to say Lit, because mainly because it's in the esports niche. It makes me really bullish on top of, on because of it, because there's not a lot of projects in the gaming sphere that would be suitable for like esports competitions, that would be suitable to be put in the same bracket of something like Dota, League of Legends, StarCraft, all those games. Like LitLab Games really have a game that is fun to play. You can play it. People are playing it in tournaments, and people were like, "Are people playing this game?" Yes, they are. They are. Like, look at this. You just go on their profile right here. They're actually going to conferences. There's like a lot of pictures and stuff. People, they're going to this conference of esports and crypto and blah blah. People are playing this. They're gonna involve professional players. They're gonna put this. And I was in esports myself in the past. Like, there's so much money that is flowing into the industry. You blend this with crypto, it literally becomes a cash cow. Like, this is so many opportunities that a lot of people unfortunately are gonna miss out because I don't know what they're thinking about, guys. And also the partnerships here. Like, I'm not one that is like, oh, just because of the partnership, but this is actually bullish stuff. Like, ChangeGPT is making moves in terms of this. They made a partnership. I think they're all gonna like sponsor and pay all the entries for like tournaments for gamers. Very good stuff. They merged with Elixir, owned by Square Enix. There's going to be a lot of resources, both in terms of like monetary resources and developers that are going to complement this project. Guys, so many good things. So many good things. They're super active on social media. They're growing their account very rapidly. And people are going to be like, oh, but we missed the pump because it's here. No, you haven't really. Because if you look at the market cap, it's only 11 million right now. It's not 100 million market cap in which you could make the argument. Like, it's not something like Beam. If you look at Beam, okay, it's a good project. It's 1 billion market cap. How many axes can I get from there? Even if Alex Becker shields my bags, like, it's 1 billion. I'm realistically not going to do 100x. But if you go to a project like this, disregard the fact that people bought sub a penny. And again, I would definitely encourage you guys to join the Patreon, because we were talking about this since the end of October and the price was here. So me and my Patreon actually started buying right here. So definitely, actually, let's take a moment to plug the Patreon before I move on. Guys, it's right here. What can I say? Buy alerts. I have a proven track record now of all the profits that I've generated for the Patreons. We're doing private live streams as well. So if you guys want to join immediately, right now, I'm going to have a private live stream tonight. You're going to be able to join. And yeah, you're going to be able to join one of the most thriving and no bullshit successful communities of investors in crypto. And you don't want to be a lone wolf. you want to join a community of like-minded people that we're all going to push each other, we're going to share alpha, and we're going to grow together and create generational wealth in a bull run. And of course, my friend right here, X Crypto, we put the link down in the description, etc. Check him out. He also has a Patreon. And to this point, I think it's actually good to join multiple patrons. A lot of people that are in my patrons are in your Patreon, in the one of Archie, etc. Because it's also good to have like different perspectives. Like, don't you agree? It's good to see like what different peoples are doing, because I might have some picks that you don't have, vice versa. Some other person could have different picks. So it's actually good to see what a variety of people are doing, and that is probably like the best idea that you can have for a set.
Definitely. I think as well as approach, right? Like, so for example, obviously I'm doing my cheat sheet side of things, right? And then you've got a gaming experience in terms of like esports, and then Archie's obviously got like his own experience and like other people as well. Like, it's good to have a variation of people and understanding of the market. So like some people might focus on specific things like gaming or something, and then other people focus on like, Bitcoin scaling solutions. Like, you can find gems in multiple different places, right? So and community, man, like at the end of the day, like we're trying to get it, man. We're all trying to get it, right? And why not be part of a community? Like and you can potentially make loads of money from that too. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so as I was saying for Lit, bullish news recent. I mean, they're gonna release the mobile version of Cyber Titans. That is the only game that is available right now. They're gonna have another game that is gonna be released very, very soon, and there's gonna be 2 new games as well. They're gonna release, I think, towards the end of 2024. More updates are gonna come very, very soon, I'm sure, and I'm definitely gonna post them on my channel. But just all of this makes me so bullish. It's listed on very few exchanges. Maxi and Big Gat in terms of centralized exchanges, PancakeSwap and Uniswap in terms of decentralized exchanges. Look at when this is listed to those big places, when all the money flows right into this, guys. A lot of good stuff to come. I'm super bullish on this project. What do you think about Lit, man?
Oh yeah, man, it's dope, man. Yeah, I got in a while ago. I did buy like I think I did when it was 1x up. I got in since then, so I think I can't even know what I'm on right now. I think it's like a 5x or something. But yeah, no, it's a really good project. I agree. I think it's a really good playable game, and lots of people
Yeah.
are playing it. And yeah, I think in terms of the crypto community, like a lot of them are on desktop, a lot of them are on streamed games, right? So in terms of capturing the actual crypto community, Lit has a really good chance of doing that. Obviously, some of the other picks you've got are like outside of crypto. People might not know they're playing a crypto game, right? But with this one, like I think but also it's got the adoption, which is very cool, right? And yeah, I think the branding is really nice as well. Like if you just look at like the actual brand for their game, is it Cyber Titans, right? Cyber Titans like looks really good. Like and I think one thing as well is a lot of people they just look at the website for if you was to look at LitLab's website, it's all right, as in, but Cyber Titans, it's wicked. Like, and that's where you've got a game landing page where you would really want to actually showcase that stuff, right? So yeah, really good. And obviously they've got more games coming out, a lot more momentum to happen, more exchanges to potentially come out as well that you're showing there. So yeah, I'm very bullish on this as well. Got my bags packed for it. So
Good stuff.
yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. Moving on. The 4th. What
Oh
do you got?
God. Okay, so where do I want to go? Okay, so this is one of the holdings I've held for a long time, even before I had my Patreon. And I think you've mentioned it before as well. GameSwift, as in
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm quite bullish on GameSwift, right? I'm up quite a lot on it as well. I think I'm like a 7x on it. But I didn't have my Patreon there, so I never announced that to anyone. But I found this like a long time ago. You can check my review. It was probably like 3 months ago or something. And then yeah, one thing this is really I'm really bullish on this is that you can actually build games like so it's called initial game offerings. Right, so you remember back in the day with Ethereum, it was like initial coin offerings. Now this is initial game offerings. So if you think about gaming platform, what can grow, it's this, right? Also, they already have a track record. So there's a game out. It's like a space game they've produced already, and it's really good, right? It's a good game, and there's a lot of other projects in the space that people mention. They don't even have games out, and it's like for me, track record is already there. They've already got their business plan in a way ready and set to go. There's a lot of people talking about it, like bigger YouTubers as well, which I know it's on their radar, but it's just and it's done right to be fair, but I think it's got a lot more potential. I think Ian Bellina was saying it's like he thinks it's got easy 100x or something like that. And I think, yeah, it is. It's got a lot of potential, and it could go far. I can't remember the actual market cap I was on this. Let me quickly check. This is it's a good project, gaming project, and then obviously if you're looking for gaming studio, like it's one what's not on everyone's list, which you know, I think it's 34k at the moment. Sorry, 34 million at the moment.
Yeah,
Right?
33.
33, yeah. So still pretty low for a gaming studio, right? Mirror is like 110 or something, right? And then Mirror doesn't have a game. So has a game, and you can build loads of different games on top of it. You can get loads of different developers on it. So yeah, dope idea. And then yeah, for this one, do you know what? This is really annoying because Immutable X has beaten its all-time high already, and then before I had it when I was writing this, Immutable X didn't beat it. So if you was to go Immutable X's market cap right now, it's like 90x, as in. But then if it was the all-time high, which was before, it's like a 50x. So it could do pretty good. And this is basically the Immutable X play, right? But in a low cap, because it's doing what Immutable X is doing, right? So if you are bullish about that, then you know, and then you've seen how Immutable X is performing, right? Already broke its all-time high a long time ago now. So yeah, I think this is a good narrative no one's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. How many X's do you see?
Yeah, we'll go for a 50 to 100 just to round it. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it's possible. Definitely. Oh my god, we're getting close to the end of the list. So what do we got? I'm gonna have to put souls.
Yeah, good one. That's a good one.
Because I saw that you actually covered it as well. So well played. Very good project, guys. And also to this point, guys, if you guys didn't know about this already, I'm hosting an AMA tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have the team, the Unfeathered Souls, on my channel. We're gonna answer to all of your questions, and then of course they're gonna show us some stuff about you know, the development of the project, the whole ecosystem. So definitely make sure to join, guys. It's gonna be at 4 p.m. UTC/UK time. Very, very excited for that. Very, very excited. It's actually the first AMA that I host on my channel, so
nice,
at least the first of many. I'm super bullish on this, and as well, I made a video review at some point. Yeah, it was like 1 week ago, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. Why am I so bullish? Like, this got such a niche community, but it's a die-hard community. It's literally like a cult, the Dark Souls community. Okay. It's, if you guys don't know the series, it's just like a series of video games that are just very hard to play. They require a lot of skills, and there's literally a die-hard community of this. And it's not just Dark Souls, it's Bloodborne, Elden Ring, all these very hard to play games. And the community of this is so good. And the fact that these people could transition to Web3, because this is a game that is made, first of all, in Web2. A Web2 game created in Web2 and then made available in Web3. It's built on Unreal Engine 5. Like, you can look at like the demo, etc. Like, the trailers, it looks very good. So I'm really looking forward to the release of this game. It's gonna be released at some point next year. And in the meantime, they just released a mini game for mobile called Unfeathered Awakening. There's a game that you can play on mobile. It's right now, I think, in alpha. And they have the well, I'm going to touch the payment solution in a second. But there's going to be 4 more games that are going to be available on mobile. They're all going to use the same Souls token, and they're going to be all in the same universe. Makes me very bullish. And also, part of the Soulverse ecosystem is the OK payment solution, it's called. And essentially, it's I showed it in my video review of Soul, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. But the good thing about this is that you basically, it seems like you're making an in-app purchase on a random app on your iPhone, but it's actually gonna be a Web3 transaction, because it's gonna generate a wallet address automatically, and you're gonna have a transaction in the blockchain. So by paying with your debit or credit card, you're gonna generate a transaction in the blockchain. That is very good, like, because it makes this thing just look like it's something on Web 2, but it's actually on Web 3. So that's why it makes me so bullish about the whole thing. Right now, they actually just released it, I think, on Sunday. It's literally the other day. So you can actually try it for yourself on mobile. Yeah, if this whole things develops and they build like an entire ecosystem with, of course, the main game right there, it's going to be both PvP and PvE. So even if it's a single game, there's going to be a lot of like different game modes and there's a lot of ways in which I see this project just like going on in the future and not getting boring, because of course one of the main concerns is that it's just a single main game that they're gonna have. Like, how is this gonna live up to the test of time? I think that they have a clear answers for just how they structure the whole thing. So time will tell, but I'm definitely super bullish, and I definitely look forward to the EMA tomorrow. So we're definitely going to talk about this. Tokenomics are not the best, but again, these are gaming projects. It's pretty much industry standard for what it is. I don't remember the circulating supply. Seems like it's like around 10%. And it's a new project. Guys, people ask me, have I missed the boat? No, you have not. Like, it's 2.6 million. This is so low. It's so low. It's so low. Like, you can still make 100x plus. I think that this can even touch 200x territory for just the market cap that is right now. So I'm just gonna put 50 to 200x. It's literally jolly. So I know you like Souls as well, right?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. It's a good project, man. And like one thing I would love to add to what you said is so you said about, it's just a game, right? Maybe, right? But even if it is, who cares, man? Like, so think about it. Gaming studios in the last cycle was Gala Games was the benchmark, right? So it went to 5 billion, right? Axie Infinity was one game and it went to 10 billion. So if anything, games are more bullish than gaming studios, right? So I know everyone was focusing on gaming studios, but you're kind of missing what the bigger picture is there, right? As in, not saying that everyone is, but the like stuff like Shrapnel, stuff like this, like anything built on Unreal Engine 5 is basically bullish, right? Because it's a good quality game, right? And think about gaming, right, as a narrative. Gaming as a narrative is like so bullish because it's the average person coming in understanding what they're investing in, right? With blockchain solutions and all these other things, the average person doesn't understand it at all. Like, you can talk to them, they're like, I don't get it, right? But with games, oh, here you go. This is it. This is the game. It's like, whoa, right? So that is another bullish factor to consider. And when we talk about dumb money versus smart money, right? Dumb money is going to be the ones who pump your bags, right? And they're the ones to visually see this. So I think that whole narrative can play out. And yeah, like obviously the games you mentioned that you can, is it Dark Soul? Was it Dark Souls?
Dark
Um,
Souls,
yeah, Dark Souls. There's loads of different games which obviously are in a niche market, but still have a lot of money into them, right? And yeah, I think it's a really good project. Like, just looking at the graphics, and it's one of them things where let games develop and build like over time. We've got 2 years or just under 2 years until I think the top's going to be in, and let's just see what they're doing. They've had like what, a year of a bear market to build. We've got 2 years of development, so it's going to be fun,
Yeah, absolutely. Because as you were saying, like, a lot of people just look at the smaller picture, and if I look at this, yeah, in the last month it's up 464%. Yeah, right. But if I look here, guys, it's 2.6 million in market cap. It's a new project. It's been out for like 6 months. There's so much room to grow. It hasn't gone through a bull run. There's so many good things. And also another thing that we haven't mentioned, it's built on Polygon. It's built on Polygon.
That's great.
How do you feel about games that are not built on Ethereum, so different chains?
Yeah, dope. Polygon, right, is, in my opinion, is dope because with Ethereum it can be slow, right? And Polygon is the layer two to that, or you could say a layer 3 or whatever you want to call it, right? As in, but yeah, obviously it's not going to have problems with transactions, and it's been trialed and tested. They have no downtime. It's decentralized. Like, there's a lot of good things about Polygon, I would say. So yeah, even a lot of other chains, but if you're building on another chain which hasn't got that, that's where I would be a bit bearish on it, because the whole infrastructure can fall down. But Polygon has proven themselves, right? So it's bullish from my perspective. And then as that big money comes in, like, think about what happens with money flow, right? Polygon's going to go crazy. It's going to have a moment. It's going to be like, oh my God, everyone get into Polygon, right? And then they're going to be like, oh, missed the boat. What's built on Polygon? There you go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's literally as simple as that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, last pick.
Oh man, I'm struggling with this one. I got a couple, but I'm wondering whether
You can also
I'll
put like honorable mentions in the bonus.
okay, cool. We got honorable mentions. Okay, so I'm gonna let this music play out so I can make it mysterious. All right, I'll go for Karate Combat, because I'm representing Seth out here, man, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. I'll tell you why. Okay, so I've actually covered this a long time ago. It must have been like 4 or 5 months ago, right? I've covered this before. Basically, anyone's covered it. I'm up quite a lot on this now, right? As in, and this is another lesson to everybody. Like, just because people are talking about something, and then you're like, oh my god, this one's going up, right? Like, don't necessarily fall for that. You've got to look at the value of what it is, right? So, Karate Combat. The reason I did get into this was like, I'm looking at literally fighting, like YouTuber hype and all that, but then it's a new fighting star, right? So karate on YouTube, and they've got like, I think it's like over millions of views, like loads, right? And then they've got like 500,000 subscribers, and it's a whole league built for crypto, right? Obviously, we're in a bear market, and it's like, all right, cool, we're in a bear market. No one's maybe like paying attention to crypto, but as crypto grows, which you're starting to see now, right? Everyone's starting to see it, right? This is going to grow with it. And you have obviously crypto people coming and fighting, like, representing like Seth, right? Respect to him for doing that. There's like Crypto Crow doing it. There's a whole bunch of crypto people getting involved and fighting, right? So it's literally bringing the crypto community together, right? I mean, I'm a lover, I'm not a fighter, so I'm not going to get involved in fighting, but I'm happy to invest in it. So yeah. But yeah, I think it's great, right? Like, and it's not on a lot of people's radar, right? I think like Seth started speaking about it now, which is really cool because he's involved in it. And they've got an app which is really good if you check the app out as well. And it's like only up betting. So if you place a bet, then you if you lose, you don't technically lose, as in like you've kept your money. It's a
Yeah,
stake.
can you actually explain this? Because I find it so hard to wrap my head around that. Like that
That
really defines the purpose of gambling. Like, you can lose, you can only win or nothing.
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, like I need to look more into it, but I think what happens is it burns supply. I think that's what's happening, right? So if it does burn supply, then that's mad, right? Because then it will push the supply up. So anytime people lose, it burns. As in, but how long can that go on for? That's the only thing, right? So in terms of this project, that's where the risk comes in, because obviously the mechanism sounds a bit too good to be true, and it's like, usually when it's too good to be true, it probably is. So that is that side. I can tell you the red flags of it as well. I'm bullish on it, right? Don't get me wrong, but there is some, like, so the team is basically, the advisors are great, like the next level fighters, and it's really good. But the actual team, there's only one person you can actually find who's like the founder, but then everyone
Okay.
else is not really there, kind of thing. So that is the way the risk comes in as well. Like, you've got advisors which are great, but they're not actually the main team, they're just advisors. So little things to notice. But I do think that the narrative is there, and it could be growing with crypto. That the quality of it is ridiculous, right? So here you go, these are ambassadors, right? So you can see, I don't know if you know who Bass Rutten is, but I watched loads of things back in the day with him, and it was like he teaches people. It was like Channel 4, or I think it was Channel 5. And he was teaching people how to fight, and like he's a famous person. So they're all UFC fighters, like so the ambassadors. So yeah, very strong. And these are people who do the judgment, so who won the fight or not. If you go down a little bit, you can see the actual, like, these people. So you've got league president and then founder. So you're only showing one founder, but then you have to search him up on LinkedIn, right? So to find out. But then in terms of experience, I wouldn't say he's come from MedSec, so it's like medical industry. So is it the most transferable skills, right? Or for example,
Yeah.
capital, like something to do investment. I get it, but in terms of like, let's say we're going to use GFAL as a reference, right? Then obviously
I
the
mean, yeah.
experience is there, right? So it's transferable skills. But with this one, it's a bit riskier as a team, as in, but still a ridiculously dope project, right? So I'm not writing them off. But yeah, I would like to see more. Like if anyone has an AMA with them, and then they can like tell us a bit more about the team, that would be where I would want to see. And I think that's one of the reasons it's not like absolutely going crazy, because it comes with a little bit of risk, right? But yeah, and supply, I think, as well, like it's a big supply. So
Yeah, I was looking. It was actually like massive, and I think that the tokenomics are terrible on this project.
yeah,
The
you're
thing
right.
with
Yeah,
it's very like something
yeah,
like 70% allocation to his side or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I
yeah,
don't know where to find it, but I remember that I looked into that, and that was the main thing that I was like, the
yeah,
tokenomics are not great.
yeah,
But again, this could pound just because of like hype of like, especially if they are these influencer fights, etc. Plus
yeah,
having a professional fighting league on like different
Yeah.
things as well. It's not just like one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is definitely a good project. Definitely a good project. How
Yeah,
many
for sure.
you
Yeah.
can
I think it's like one of the things where the hype comes, like then we're kind of set for it, right? And obviously we are a hype narrative market. Like let's go back into the dumb money, smart money, right? So dumb money don't care about tokenomics as much as everyone thinks they do.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't,
You don't.
right? Like because meme coins wouldn't go crazy if everyone cared about tokenomics. I know we as crypto heads we do care, and obviously we're the early adopters, right? So
Yeah.
everyone be proud. Give us a little shout out for the something. Press a button, early adopters. But yeah, from that side, we are caring about this, but dumb money don't care, man. They'll pump your bags, and then something like this with such a big narrative, getting crypto on a global scale, like, and it's growing as a YouTube channel, for example, right? And more and more fighters coming into it. It
Yeah.
could be big. I think Roy Jones came on to it as well, like not to fight but to watch, and they've got a lot of celebrities who are like in the audience. So it's on people's like watch, right? Everyone's watching it.
Yeah.
So when crypto gets big, could be big. So yeah, but let me give an estimate of where I think that's going to go. As in, yeah. Okay, so obviously we need to consider dilution, right? So this is the hard bit, right? This is hard to do that. But if we were to do it right now, on my score, it's a 180x. You could potentially make out of this, or I don't know if it could go to 1,000x. It says, but I don't know if that's right. As in, I would say, let's be realistic. As in, I would say 50 to 125x, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, because come on, we can't put 1,000. So my benchmark was Gala, right? Actually, what's the market cap of this right now? I need to update it, so I'm going to change it again. So what's
Of
the market cap?
karate.
Yeah.
14 million.
Okay, so that's based off 5 when I already looked at it. So let's change it. One sec. Okay, so no, yeah, 64x if it was to get Gala Games market cap, and then it's 350x at the all-time high of Gala Games market cap. The reason I use this is entertainment, right? So it's entertainment crypto. Obviously, Gala does like music, it does other things other than games. So that's why I use that benchmark. But other than that, there's no other benchmark you can use, right? It's so different as a project.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So I think I'll stay with the 50 to 125 and then see how that goes.
Solid. Okay, I'd
Yeah.
say let's read some comments and then we're gonna conclude with like some honorable mentions. You got a super chat, so take this.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Okay, thoughts on Hello, Shrapnel, PZP? Yeah, man, dope. All of them are dope, right? So Hello, really good coin. I'm actually investing in all of these coins, by the way. And so yeah, very good picks. But in terms of Hello, obviously they're gonna be doing a season 2 as well. And obviously, is it what's the series called again? Do you remember it?
Whale. It's on here.
Killer Whales. Killer Whales.
Killer whales. Killer
Yeah,
whales.
that's it. Yeah. Okay. So Killer Whales is coming out and it's meant to be coming out on Netflix. So that's really bullish. Like, look, just from like this video alone, right? You can see that the amount of catalysts in crypto where it's going to go mainstream is going to be crazy. Hello being one of them, Karate Combat another one, right? And then that's just on your television screens, right? Technically. But then you've got like the gaming side. There's so many just if looking at our lists. So Hello definitely isn't inside that narrative. Also, they've got Paul Caslin from MTV. Experience is absolutely amazing. Then
Yeah.
you've also got Snoop Dogg's son as part of the board, right? And he's got a lot of experience in crypto. Like, so there's a board at yacht clubs. What are the company? Yoga Labs, right? So he's had partnerships with them in the past. Like, so there's a lot to be bullish on Hello Labs. Shrapnel, kind of spoke about already, but yeah, definitely bullish on Shrapnel. And then yeah, PZP, amazing as well, man. You've got a lot of, but we could put if we was going to do a verse off, right? So we did it for number 3, OTK versus game, but PZP could be in there too, and that's kind of like the E
Yeah.
version, right? So yeah.
Yeah. PCP definitely deserves to be there. Also, PCP, I think it's a great buying zone because it kind of dipped a bit from the all-time high. I think it went, what was it, up to 50 cents or something, and then it went back down to 3. So
Yeah, it's a good buy.
there's I guess so many comments that are like, "Oh, PCP now is dead." No, it's not. Like,
No, it's not, man.
if everything goes so much up, it's gonna come down before it gets up again. So this is the
Exactly.
time you want to buy because those people that are emotional, just buy here, and they're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And then it drops here, and the project is dead. This is not how you make money in crypto. This is when you buy. This is how the people get rich. This is how we made money in the previous bull run, and this is how we're going to make money this bull run. We buy here. You don't want to be, it can't just go like this all the time. People need to understand, especially if they're new to crypto, if they can't keep their emotions at bay. This is very important stuff, guy. Like, this is how you accumulate, and now you're actually going to be financially free in the next bull run. So definitely keep this in mind, guys, because
100%. Yeah. No, you're right. I think that's the thing. It's very like, hype driven, this market. But then where you really can do well in this market is by not following the hype. Like, you're right. PZP is a great buy right now. Like, I think you might go wrong for like a month maybe, and it's like, oh, I didn't make gains. But wait till the end of the market, you won't be wrong. So definitely. And I don't know if you could pull up Cardano's chart real quick. I just want to show something to where, like, maybe your audience, right? As in, so if you go to all, so where do you think we are right now in the hype cycle, right? As in, like, where would you think, Cepryl, on this?
If you ask me, I don't think that Cardano is gonna surpass the old time.
No, forget Cardano, right? I'm just saying.
Okay.
The chart, like, just look at the chart, right? It could be any coin, right? But in terms of where we are in the cycle, like from last market, so obviously we're not at the top, are we? Right?
No.
So if you just go to like go below where that hype is, right? So if you go further back, like
What do you mean?
so maybe go a bit forward just before it all kicked off, right? So there's a little bit of a bump up, right? So there, that little bump, not even there, go back further, right?
Yeah.
So that little bump further back, right? So that little bump,
this one,
further back, more further back, yeah.
This one,
yeah.
Which
That's
one
where we are right now. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you is, if that is what 14 cents, right? I don't know about you, but I got into ADA like 3 or 4 cents. So I got like 4x.
Yeah.
And that is, think about where we are right now, right? We're making 4x's and we're like, oh, how amazing. That's where we are, right? And then that went absolutely crazy to $3, right? So that's my point right now. Everyone's getting all hype and they're like, oh my God, this is that. Get ready, all right? It's gonna go crazy. And this is just something you can look at to come back to it and tell me if I was wrong or not. Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. No, people can't look at the bigger picture, especially if they haven't gone through a bull run before. A lot of people are just like, they just don't know what to expect, and that's also something that I try to teach my patrons, that you need to handle your emotions as well here, because when starts going this green, like, guys, it's massive. Like, you need to understand where you are in the cycle, etc., because a lot of people are just gonna see this and they're just like lose their shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? Obviously, I'm just using ADA as an example because it's an altcoin, right? But there's obviously other ones you could go and check on the chart and just see at that exact same time period what they were doing, and they weren't going absolutely crazy, right? We'll get maybe 5x's, and then this is the thing: we're waiting for technically the dumb money to come in, right? And that hasn't really come in yet. So you need to wait, be patient,
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see some other comments. How do you feel about cap gaming? That is another question that I keep.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at it. Like, it's good. It's not a bad project at all, actually. As in, but there is some things where I'm like, I think they're missing the point a bit. Like, I played some of their games, right? One of them is terrible, right?
Yeah, that's where I was like, okay, this project looks good. Then I tried to play the games.
Yeah,
like, this shit doesn't even. I tried the one with the boat, with the pirate stuff, and it didn't.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I played 2. I played one where it's like a shooting game. It was okay, and then the other one is like unicorns. That's the terrible project. Like,
oh, I didn't try that. Yeah, I know.
That's terrible. Like, it's not to say it's a bad game, right? But basically, what is the user case for that? Like, even my wife saw it. I was like, check this game out, right? And she was like, this is crap. Like, yeah. And that's a woman, yeah. That's like, that's their target demographic, right? Like, that's not my demographic, right? So even my wife's saying, oh, this is rubbish. So I don't know who you're appealing to there. It's like they're trying to go on the whole Candy Crush flex, but then haven't really got it right. And then, like, what is the point of it? Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think this project is going to do well, to be honest. I was like curious because I made a video when it pumped like this much, because I was like, maybe it's going to be the next big thing. But then I started like checking the games out, and I lost pretty much all the convictions that I have in this. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
agree.
this. I don't think
Yeah,
touch it.
I agree.
Now,
I respect your
see,
opinion as well because you actually play games like, and you know that. So yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah.
yeah, and I see that it's pumping, and it's because it's getting listed on Mexi and Bitmart, which
Mm,
I mean, I think that you could use this as a short-term play to make some profit, but right now, but of course, do your own research. No financial advice. This is risky, but
mm,
I wouldn't hold this through the bull run at all. Plus, the tokenomics are terrible as well. I think that out of the gaming process, this is one of the worst ones in terms of
yeah.
location. I think it's more than 50%.
Mm,
Yeah, so I would honestly avoid. Let me put some other bonus picks that I would have. I would definitely have to put Miria. It's just didn't make it the top 5 just because it's so big in market cap right now, and it's
yeah.
just like pumped too much. And of course, I'm not putting some of the picks that he has. For instance, G File would probably be an honorable mention, but
Mm,
Script already talked about it. Let's see other stuff. I mean, definitely Neon. Neon is I think Neon is going to be one of the easiest 100x on my portfolio. If I'm already at 10x right
mm.
now, I just need another 10x to do 100x, which
Nice, man.
blows my mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, so I think that Neon is going to be there. Let's see some other comments. How do you feel about Delicium?
Not sure I've seen that. Let's have a look. I'll have a little
I
check.
don't like it one bit.
Oh, really?
It's an AI project that I don't understand if it's doxed or not, but look, you go into the website and you don't, you know, those projects that you don't understand what they are, or you're like, why does this thing even
Yeah.
exist? AI
Mm.
powered open world framework. What does it even mean? And then you go down, and this is the team.
Yeah, no.
Like, is I don't know, like, dude, this is supposed to be characters in this kind of like metaverse thingy, but it seems like some people have told me these are supposed to be like the team. I'm like, what is this? Like,
But they've only got Twitter
well,
accounts as well. Anyone can make a Twitter account. So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
they're
I
not
think
showing
they
it.
have a partnership with I don't want to say bogus, but I think they have a partnership with Microsoft or some other big players. But
Okay.
they could also invest in stuff that is complete garbage, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't
Mm.
just base my entire entry on like a big partnership, and this doesn't look bullish. I can barely understand what this is. It's just
Mm.
another AI thing, and I don't see the purpose of having any of this, to be honest.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man. I'm just looking at it now as well, and like, I think one thing that people need to look at, right, is when people put partnerships there, doesn't mean they're a partnership. As in, it also means that they might be incubated by, right, or
Yeah,
they've used
can
their
mean
technology. Yeah.
yeah,
So you can see like Altoro is on there, but Altoro is a platform to make games, so it doesn't mean you've got a partnership with them. It just means you made it through it, right? So
exactly.
yeah, it's just
It
a
can
lot.
mean
There's
a lot
another
of
one
things.
called BioCrypt, like, and it was meant to be the first Shahir law exchange, and then it's like, oh yeah, we've got partnership with Microsoft, but dig into it, it was just incubated by Microsoft. Doesn't mean that it's got a
Yeah,
partnership with Microsoft, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
risky as hell as well. So it's like
yeah.
I wouldn't touch it, right? But that's what I mean. Like, you gotta be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely why. So
Mm.
far, says LitLab is my number 1 pick. Well done. LitLab is gonna be doing so well, so well. Neon EVM ALTCOINS right now is going bonkers. Yeah, where I'm just letting my bags ride. It's crazy. It was
Mm.
such a tiny allocation of my portfolio that I started doing 10x, and now it's like a massive
Oh, wow.
allocation of my portfolio. That's crazy. Cepryl, some crypto mentors are saying Kaspa is down 28% against Bitcoin. That is up. This doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, Kaspa is getting more and more linked with the movement of Bitcoin. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a one-to-one replication, you know. But
Mm.
if the ETF is going to be approved, then everything's going to pump. Kaspa is going to follow as a result. If the ETF is denied, Kaspa is probably going to go down to like 7 to 8 cents, in my opinion. Like most bearish situation. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Casper's a great DCA play. So if it goes down, you should be accumulating it. As in,
Exactly.
simple as that. Like, don't just focus on, like, fundamentals are going to get you through everything. This whole market, right?
Yeah.
Fundamentally, Casper's there, right? So it's got the narrative of the Bitcoin killer, you could even say, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't, just because price goes down, don't lose faith. Like, because maybe you don't know why you got in it in the first place. If it's just for gains, you're going to lose faith, and you're not going to be able to survive for the next 2 years of the market because you're just going to chase gains. And then let's say someone gets a 5x and they're happy, that's great. But this is a long-term game, like, and you have to play it. Like, don't be in their emotions, right? It's kind of how I think of it. Yeah. So yeah, it's a great play, Kaspa. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hit the likes button before we end the stream. Come on, guys. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. Crypto Tech Audience says the sight of souls is so nasty. Why? I like the sight of souls. What does
I think
it?
it's good. Yeah. I mean, I've got some stuff I've done a review on my video that I created of it. Like, I think I hear what they're saying. Like, I think there is improvements that can be made, but I do think it's a great project, and you have to look past certain things. Like, so for example, even if you was to look at LitLab's actual site, not Cyber Titan's site, their site isn't that great, right? But it's the product, right? So it's the same as this. Like, I think someone mentioned on my channel, they're like, "Oh, Unfettered isn't the greatest name." I kind of agree with that. Like, I think they could change that name, as in, but at the same time, doesn't matter. As in,
Yeah, but the ticker souls is good though.
that's dope. Yeah,
Souls
but
is good,
then
and,
I think it's a Plantasma has the same ticker, right? It's from older cycle.
Oh,
So yeah, that's the only thing, because people get confused. When I did a buy alert on it, people were like, "Which one?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only thing. But I think, to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. Like, because it's a great project. The more it grows, the more people it will dominate. So everyone.
Yeah, I do think that Audi says, look at the side of Lit. I don't think that the side of Lit is much better. I think that the side of GFAL is the best. Yes, I think so.
Clean.
But yeah, I mean, it's not deal breaker. But the players, the people that are gonna actually game on this, they probably don't give a shit anyway about how the website looks. In my opinion, they just care about the finished product. So yeah, no deal breaker. What do you think about JoyStream? 50 or...
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, as in, I think I've done a review on this. Yeah, I think, yeah, I have. My only criticism is they just need more people to use it, right?
Yeah. That's the point. I mean, for every kind of like decentralized social media or streaming platform, in this case, like they just need a user base. That's the problem that I have. Like, yeah, I like this project. It used to be like more up in the ranks on my portfolio. Also, there's bullish stuff because if you look here, they're gonna get listed on Gate.io like tomorrow, so it could actually be a good short-term play. And they actually started. Yeah, look at this, guys. They just launched their first cold wallet integration with OneKey. So that is bullish stuff, guys. Like, finally, you can put it on cold storage. And by the way, guys, I'm an affiliate of OneKey. So if you're looking for a discount code, check it down in my description. Look at the discount link and then apply Cepryl 5% at checkout. Definitely recommend. My main wallet is actually Tangent, but I also use OneKey. I think that they're both great, different options, of course. But the fact that now you can store JoyStream on Cold Wallet, very good thing. And yeah, they even like made like a collab with OneKey. This is actually bullish.
Oh, nice.
I think a lot of people are just gonna get into this project because of this. And yeah, you want to stay up to date with like the listings, etc. And I think that the listing in Gate.io is definitely gonna bring like more volume to JoyStream. Like, the chart looks great. The chart 36 million. They have very few exchanges as well. They're not listed on decentralized exchanges, which I'm not sure why, to be completely honest. But I think this is a lot of room to grow. Is this going to do like 100x from here? Maybe not. I would say 50 or 70x maybe. I would still put it in the honorable mention. I think it can still do very well. Yeah, do some honorable mention. What bonus would you put that we didn't discuss today?
Oh, good. So many. I'm gonna go for a risky one, right? So it's called Interlay.
Interlay, I know this one. Yeah.
Oh, you know it? Okay, cool, man. Yeah. So really low market cap. Obviously, a BTC scaling solution. So at first, I'll rear it off a little bit, right? Because I feel like the site, not nicest, it's okay, right? And then at first I was like, oh, where's the team? And then I dug a bit, and then I was like, okay, this is good, right? So the team's pretty good, and also the partnerships are pretty good. They got a lot of VCs, so the narrative is ridiculous, right? It's kind of like Mintlayer narrative. So for me, I think this is a good play, and it's obviously got a lot of good fundamentals as well. But it's not my 10 out of 10 or anything, but it's a risk. But
yeah, I actually looked into this. The only problem that I have, this is built on Polkadot, right?
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, exactly, right. So Another thing is what's his name again? Brad Garlinghouse, I think, the founder of Polkadot. He stepped down, didn't he? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not bullish, right? So I agree. But then recently, like Moonbeam, Moon River, I've been pumping, right? And I think that's the thing. It's like, okay, Polkadot though. So that's where the risk comes, right? And it could be a bit risky, but at the same time, what it's doing is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah. So it's a bit like the
That's the only
Solana thing, isn't it?
problem that I have with this, because I would
Yeah.
put it like in the same level of Mintlayer, if
Mm.
that was actually, you know, are they playing like a mainnet that you're aware of or something like that, or are they just playing to be a token?
So I don't really know what Polkadot are doing anymore, right? As in, but in terms of last time I heard, they merged with Cardano to use the same tech. So it's basically they've teamed up. So that's quite bullish, I think. So then in terms of like that going forward, Interlay could be pretty bullish in terms of, you know, it not being a dead project, right? But in terms of what they're doing with Interlay, I don't know. I have to check. I have to actually check if they're doing
Yeah,
mainnet.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know. Like, it could have potential though. It seems good. Like, just a
yeah.
lot of flex for me, but could do very well. And the chart, I mean, the market cap is not massive. Like, could do well.
It's
Could do well.
tiny. Yeah,
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 yeah. Other
definitely.
picks before we conclude. Other bonus.
Another one. God, it's the hard one. It's a hard one.
While you
All
think
right.
about it, I'm gonna add my last one is gonna be Prop Chain. Prop C. My only real world asset pick.
Okay.
Super
Right.
bullish on it. It's both like a crypto and an investment platform that you're basically you need, I think, just €1,000 of euro to invest in the real estate portfolio of this company, and you're just gonna basically get 8 to 12% yearly reward out of real estate, which is massive from the
Nice.
Dubai real estate portfolio that this company has. Tokenomics are good. They keep updating their following. They keep burning tokens. Tokenomics are improving because of it. Very good. And I think I don't remember the market cap of this one. It should probably be 10 something. Have you heard about it?
No, I'm happy you mentioned it. Yeah, so sounds very cool.
It's
Yeah.
literally the only real world asset coin that I have in my portfolio. Right now is 20 million. I got this that it was like a sub $1. So I think I'm like
Oh wow.
2x. Yeah, it's gonna do very well. Like, we had this ramp up when it just got listed on Maxi. So it was only listed on Big Get, and I bought on Big Get back in the day. Then it got listed on Maxi, and it just ramped up like this. It's still a relatively new project. It's like 6 months old. I got in like literally when it launched. Yeah, I think it can do well. Definitely research.
I
it.
mean,
I
think that sounds dope, because also what you said about the Dubai property, as in so let's be honest now, like everyone is, when they looking to get out of crypto, they're going somewhere that they can sell their crypto and they're gonna look to buy, right? And then it's right there. So I think that's really bullish.
Yeah, definitely worth researching, guys. I made a video about this like a couple of weeks ago, so definitely check it out on my channel.
Okay,
yeah, I think I'm done with the honorable mention. So come on, last.
I've got one more, man. All right, so we're gonna go down that real world asset side. I don't know if it's 100% a real world asset coin, but Amino. So you can check that out.
I
think it's pretty good.
First
Yeah.
you mention, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, check that out. So basically, big partners, right? And it's off ramps, right? So basically, it's a crypto that you obviously invest in, but it's exercising, right? So if you exercise, you gain coins, and then they've got like a lot of partnerships with loads of brands. So you can, as you gain coins and you exercise, you can actually like get buy stuff, and it gives you discounts of things. So for example, like Nike, Amazon, all these different things. So you can off ramp from it, which is really cool. Like, yeah, if you check it out, site's really nice as well. You can see what you can do with it, and then they've been doing loads and loads of partnerships. So, yeah, I've seen a couple big YouTubers like mention it, but not really talk about it, because it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. yeah, I'm like, right, okay, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Cool. I think that we can quit it right here, guys. So definitely a reminder, we both have a Patreon. You're going to get a lot of alpha if you join any or both of these Patreon. We're going to have some different picks. Some, of course, are inevitably going to overlap. What we all have very solid picks. We're all getting like multiple access for the Patreon. So definitely make sure to check my Patreon, to check US Crypto's Patreon. And yeah, any last words?
Thanks for having me. I mean, you know, the favors returned. The last time it was on mine.
Always a
now it's yours.
pleasure. Always a
Yeah,
pleasure.
it was very good, and yeah, I have a lot of respect for you, brother. You know, it's good, and I always say this to my channel: see you at the top. I already know I'm going to see you there, and I hope all of you, I'll see you there as well. So yeah, thanks so much, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna quit right here. Hope to see you soon. We're definitely gonna do more collabs in the future. I know you guys enjoyed this, so and we enjoyed this as well. So yeah, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye, guys.